Hello, and welcome back to my Low Bias Monthly for October. I'm Ragnatz, and this is Sunless Sea. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so we're going off. We have a lot of fuel and a bunch of food. Unfortunately, that means we probably don't have a lot of cargo space. No, we have 12. It's less than ideal. Oh, and I didn't buy any goods to take with me this time around. That's fine. This one's gonna be primarily an exploration trip. You know what? Let's go. Let's see. Where do I want to go? Let's stop at these guys. See what happens if I give them the recent news. I think they give me a story. I actually don't want to talk to the sisters too much yet. Not until my stats are higher. Because at some point or another, there's going to be a big storyline change there, and the more I eat with them, the more likely it is to happen. And there's a really awesome thing that I can get if I have good enough stats when that happens. So I'm not going to give any more spoilers than that, but that's why I want to wait. So I can speak to the crew, give them my recent news, and they take away 5 terror, which is pretty awesome, and I get 1 Z story. And they don't have a shop, so. Alright, let's go down to here. So, let's look at the map for a second. So there are 5 columns, and I think 5 rows. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, maybe it's 6 rows. I don't know, there's a bunch of rows and a bunch of columns. And each kind of location on the grid has a region. The starting region is always Fallen London, and it always has Fallen London here, Hunter's Keep here, the little ship here, and another Mutton Island down here. All of the coastal cities, I think they're all always in the same locations. Like, so the entire west coast and the entire south coast. Also, the northeast corner is always the same. It's always Irem. But everything else can change. So Quaker's Haven. So let's see. Drinks the Cock the Magpie is a way to lower terror. Don't care. Pick up a Wretched Mog. It's a different mascot. It costs 3 supplies. Maybe. Chat with the fisherman. So I spend 1 echo and I will get a fisherman's report. Yay. So I have a port report. 3 supply. I don't know if I want to spend 3 supplies right now for a different pet. I'm okay with what I have right now. They do have a shop for fuel and supplies, but it's really no better than the one in Fisherman's Wharf. And I hadn't realized that I didn't have a something awaits yet, so it was a bit of a waste. What? Oh, there's a ship. Pirates. Well, let's see what combat looks like then. So the exclamation point means that he's trying to get a sight on me, and the triple exclamation point means he's ready to attack me. So I'm oops, 1. So as this is charging up, that is my firing solution. If he's in the light, it charges faster. As long as he's in the 180-degree arc, it will charge. Done. So I lost 5 hull, but that's not that much. So the ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. She's a vile old vessel, and the Z's aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. So I've gotten a cache of curiosities, which is a random treasure chest, effectively. And this one has a bale of parabola linen, which is actually worth quite a bit. Okay, and that is what combat is like. Combat is definitely one of those things that starts off not too shabby and can potentially get really scary the further away from Fallen London you get. Ooh, now we have oh, okay. Alright, that's what Demio Island is. That's where this this location is. That's actually good to know. Ooh, that's actually really nice that this is so close. Because I'll have a bunch of trips here at some point or another. Tea with the Factor. The poor fellow needs company and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. So I need to have something awaits you and unlocked when learning about the bandage poissonniere is nothing. I can also accept a volunteer to get crew. So let's get the port report. Business of spores. Of course, INM's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, you record what you can. So I could get supplies, but meh. So let's have tea with the Factor. Poor fellow needs a company. Yeah. So an interlude. You sit on the veranda of the Factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle, an expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the Factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Irem, the monstrosities of the Sea of Lilies, the little restaurant in Venderbite where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Venderbite, I know. I'd never met a tomb colonist who could cook, but you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a load of Boligus frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I have eaten so much of the stuff, I fear I may be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidently towards you, or confidentially towards you. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. So I lost 2 terror, gained 10 fragments, gained 1 supply, and now I know about this restaurant in Venderbite. And that is good because if you take a look, there is a cook spot, which now I potentially have someone who I can get for it. So what's my hold at now? 26 out of 40. Alright, what else is nearby? Nothing yet. Well, I do want to find the salt flats. Or salt lions. I don't like that there are angler crabs so freaking close, though. Is that anything? I don't think it is, but I'm checking anyway. Yeah, they start lighting up as you get closer to them. Bonnie Reefs. Oh, am I near the Corsair's Forest? I don't think I am. No, Bonnie Reefs is its own thing, I think. Might be part of the Demeraux Island area, though. Alright, well, we'll go up this way. Hopefully we can use up some of my food and fuel, because I would think I want to have 20 hold when I reach the salt lines. Yep, I'm near the salt lines already. Oh. Let's turn off the light so maybe it doesn't notice me. It totally notices me. Nope, it's lost me. Excellent. Okay. Slow down a little so I can better keep it in my sights, but I still want to get behind it so it doesn't have a firing solution on me. Like, it's ready to shoot me, it just can't. Oh, now it can. Since I'm not really getting it in my front view anyway, I might as well turn off the light. Well, actually no, because I want to waste fuel anyway. Got it. That other ship, I think, is a nice ship, so destroyed it, scuttle it, cache curiosities, 2 supplies, and 2 fuel. Oh crap. And 1 cask of mushroom wine. Now it is very important that you keep your ship's health over 50%, because you lose crew more easily then, and I believe you start having speed penalties as well. So, okay, we have found the salt lions. Unfortunately, I definitely do not have enough room in my cargo hold, but we can check it just to see if it's 20 or 15 that I need. I like the salt lions. Yeah, carry Sphinx Stone to London requires 20 space. Right, let's compile a report. Time, basalt dissolution. Notes for the Admiralty. Record the activities in the Unmakers, such as they are. Write a stone in silence. Okay, so 2 basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at the features like rot. Picking. There's a supply dock below. Visit the Unmakers. Muscular pick wielders rest on camp stools, watching you approach. Passing hip flasks around, an unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. So that requires something awaits you. There's also salt rites. The face of the northern sphinx is all but gone. Lost faces are sacred to salt, they say. You are drawn there. To what end? Salt's voice is distant but clear. So if I don't have an extraordinary implication, the gods of the Z are not defiant. I have something awaits me, and Salt is not paying attention to me. Sure, let's try it. Oh, okay, so now he's definitely not paying attention to me. I gain 7 terror, but I do get an extraordinary implication. Die from the Sphinx's face down a clean arc into the Z's chilly darkness. Float there in the quiet until your lungs are bursting, until light blooms behind your eyes. Rise, gasping, to the prickle of false stars, the shocked faces of your crew. You brought something with you. And now I have nothing to do because I don't have 20. Actually, how much money do I need for it? 200 echoes. I can't afford it anyway. Ooh, but I will be able to when I get to... I don't think there was a store in there. But if I go to Vanderbite and I sell the mushroom wine, I think I will actually have enough money. Oh, now what? Oh, that's less ideal. No, move. Yeah. Oh, he used a flare, so now he's able to see me more clearly. Effectively, I think the way the flare works is it's like you're always in their light. Oops. Yeah, keep shooting flares at me. I'd rather you use flares and not actually attack. I'm fighting a lot of pirates. Damn it. I should not have slowed down. Yeah, actually, I think the flare works both ways, though, so when he's in the flare light, I can see him better. Nope, that was dumb. Alright, let's just keep the light off for now. Especially since he's doing a good enough job lighting himself up. Terror actually doesn't worry me that much until it starts getting really high. Damn it. one more good shot. And it's coming now. Scuttle her. She was a fine ship. Take what you can and move on. One more cache of curiosities with... Ooh, an outlandish artifact. Salt glass. A narrow-waisted timer in a soapstone frame. The timer is filled with blue-white salt crystals. An inscription reads, "Is it time yet?" From Wither, no doubt. They do enjoy their questions. Okay, let's go to Vanderbite. I've been fighting way too many pirates. Yeah, so this guy, yeah, is Exactitude Caligo class cruiser, has no interest in me. And it definitely is worth not picking fights with ships that are not antagonistic. Okay. Visit a certain little restaurant. Fine cuisine in Vanderbite. Now that would be something. Okay. Corkscrewed Street. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant. The sign reads, "Vengeance of Jonah." A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A gray mustache pokes impertinently out from under its bandages. "Come in! Come in!" A bandaged poissonniere at Vanderbite seeks passage with a Z captain sympathetic to intrepid cuisine. You found the vengeance of Jonah. I've lost one terror. Now I'm only at 30. So I can recruit him, but I need 300 echoes and I cannot afford it. And he also can upgrade. He can go up to Bandage Chef Paramount, because that's what he's trying to do, is become a better chef. So I can't help him right now because I just don't have that money. That is why we're doing some of the things we're doing, because we can sell this. Now I have over 200. I'm not going to sell the memory right now. Oh, wait. I better get a port, because that still means I can get stuff for it. Not doing that. Let's explore. Explore Vanderbite. Here, they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture, until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. Oh, I'm a good Zeman. I'm yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry. I'll work hard. He seems likely enough, if a little ragged and sorrowful. So take him with you if you have enough crew. Leave him here. Or pay his passage home if you have 250. Sure, I'll take him with me. I got another crew. There may be future effects from this decision. You won't be sorry. I'll work double watches. Ask anyone. They'll tell you I have a good name. Yes. Eventually you get him to stop talking. His enthusiasm is promising, if a little pitiable. There's a skilled crewman. There's a sailor who came begging out for berth. He's done good work this one, but keeping a little shrine to the salt, the nameless god of the horizon at the back of the hold. Okay, so he apparently has a little salt shrine. Permit it out here. A captain needs all the help he can, even from sad, strange gods of farewells. Forbid it. You'll have none of this nonsense aboard your ship. If the salt even exists, its attention is dangerous. I'll take it. And now I have salt's attention. Certain matter has become clear. You let him keep his salt circle and his chalked arrow. That night, as you stand on the foredeck, a soft breeze comes out of the east, the salt's direction. tussles your hair, passes. So, that might have been a good idea. That might have been a bad one. Okay, oh yeah, I can push H for a horn. Doesn't do anything, but I can. Oh, an event just happened. Lookout shouts. Far above, the false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? Eyes on the deck. Forbid them to look. You can't really stop them, but you can at least discourage discussion. They won't like it, but it's safer. Record the change and assign a name. If the new shape seems well omened, your crew may be cheered. Who knows? It's a 50-50 chance. Let's go for it. I was unlucky, and I gained 2 terror. Oh well. What I wanted to find out was, how are you doing for cargo? Yes! We can do this now. So let's go back to the salt mines. Restless nights. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch of the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep. Desperately. Another. Ignore them. Captain can't be seen taking these things seriously. Inquire about the dreams the next morning, which is a tough pages challenge. So let's just ignore it for now. And I lost 1 terror. The crew is subdued as they take their meals, but all quiet in the next watch. The exactitude. It is both there and not there. What? What? Oh, bat swarm. Bat swarm. Crap, and it sees me. Oh, and there's freaking crabs as well. Oh, I hate freaking bat swarms. Hopefully it will leave me alone now. Looks like it. Okay, there's the salt mines. Okay. Let's go visit the Unmakers this time. Lost 5 terror and gained a fragment. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4, I wouldn't call us Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to places under the bazaar. More tea cakes? Okay, and we can now buy some Sphinx stone. And so it cost us 200, but we got 20 of them. And let me assure you, that was a good trade. How much hold do I have? 39. Alright, we're gonna head back. We'll stop at Hunter's Keep just to get the port report, but we're not going to talk to the sisters. It's always good to get as many port reports as you can, because that means free fuel. Oh, really? God damn it. Can you, angler crabs, just leave me alone? See, these guys I don't mind fighting. The megalopses. Because they're not very strong. And when you kill one, you effectively can get free food for it. These things, I mean, you can still get the free food, but they're a lot stronger and a lot harder to kill. And they actually will sink under the water to avoid you. What's down there? Another pirate ship. And it's totally going to see me right now. Shot. Nice. Alright, loot scuttle, cash, and a firkin of prisoner's honey. And where's the Hunter's Keep, there it is. I don't know why these things aren't going away. They used to go away immediately. Oh, turn the lights back on. Actually, what's my terror at? 34? Eh, turn the lights off. It's not that bad. Okay, we'll get report. You know what? We haven't had lunch with Lucy. We'll just have lunch with Lucy once. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially, a complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in the attic and the butler in a vicar bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. Lost 10 terror, gained a supply, lost 44 hunger, and now I have Stone's attention. I did not get a memory of the distant shore this time. Oh well. Good enough. Let's keep the fuel for a bit longer. Now, for the most part, that is what this is, like, what you've now seen is what, like, the early game of this game feels like. Because you're trying to get money, and you know, there's not much opportunity to do so, and you can't really travel that far away from port. Okay, well, let's first go to London, and I wasn't at... Oh, and we'll deliver the Sphinx Stone. I got... So sign, here's a receipt, here's a discretion contract, here's a penalty contract, your vision is blurred by the end of it, the cart rumbles off into a coiling fog, here's your reward. 500 echoes! So, you know, I gained 300 echoes for doing it. Lost 2 terror, deliver the Sphinx Stone. And I totally forgot to get a... something awaits me in town, so let's just quickly work on that. Turn off the lights so I'm not wasting too much fuel. That was dumb. I think I took 1 damage from that. It is nice that the ships are automatically turned around when you dock. You don't have to worry about backing out. There we go. Revenue men. Her Enduring Majesty Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they've selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. So, do your worst. You have nothing to hide. Declare all controlled goods. Talk your way out of the search. Set something aside. So that would be pretty hard to win. If the antiquarian liked me, he could help me, but whatever. Declare controlled goods. So you can pay for any untaxed souls or romantic literature you're carrying. Surrender any smuggled sunlight. But I don't have a sunlight-filled mirror catch box. I don't have any unstamped crates of brilliant souls, and I don't have any unstamped crates of human souls. Yep, souls are totally a currency in this game. And I don't have any romantic literature, so I have nothing to hide. Think. Menace's suspicion hasn't changed because it's lower than 5. So if it was higher, it would go down, but they don't. I mean, I only have suspicion 1 anyway. They roam your vexed and frustrated. They roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last, they leave. Collect messages. Someone wants to sign on. Free evening. Oh, I totally didn't use that. And it's this guy. Good evening. What a marvelous evening it is, if you don't mind my saying so, and given it is my impression you are an obliging sort, I imagine you will not mind at all. And since you are so very obliging, perhaps you wouldn't mind making a little detour via Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo. If you happen to be in the area, the cheery man will of course cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. You'll need at least 1 unit of space in your hold. Okay. And now I have 1 unstamped Crate of Brilliant Souls. So I have to make sure now that it doesn't get taken away from me. So I probably will need to head there sooner rather than later. It's Mount Palmerston is always on the north edge, but it's one of like the 3 or 4 spots in the middle. Never 100% sure which one. Okay. Oh, the tattoo parlor is available now. Okay, let's go to the tattoo parlor. So for 1 echo and a Tale of Terror, I can get iron increased by 2. For a Z story, I can get veils increased by 2. For Memory of the Distant, I can get mirrors increased by 2. For Vision of the Surface, I can get hearts increased by 2. And if I had a Move in the Great Game, I could get my pages increased by 2. That would be, pages would be really nice to get, but you know what? I think I will take iron. So I get the Dauntless Hand. So iron's gone up. Tale of Terror's gone. 25 terror taken away. Terror's all gone. Nice. Lost 1 echo. And Memoir is your own sweet skin. Quality is now the Dauntless Hand. Okay. Dark Spectacled Man. Oh wait. Nah, he's not really helpful right now. Morning Papers. Ooh, and I got supply out of it. I knew that there was food somewhere, so I got it. Okay, London. Let's get the new recruit first. So, officer, the tireless mechanic, an engineer is my only option. Otherwise, I can just get a sailor. So let's get the engineer, the tireless mechanic, because I don't have an engineer, and it's only 50 echoes. So, officers, tireless engineer, 8+8 fuel veils, and 5% extra fuel efficiency. So he's my chief engineer now. Now let's talk to him. Invite him to dine with you. It is just for a supply. That's not that much. Sure, let's do that. An appeal. Thanks for the meal and the company. No wine. It makes me sleepy. Oh, yes, I can sleep. Too easily, that's the problem. He hesitates. There is a draft I take nightly to substitute for sleep. It works well enough. It keeps me sane and upright, but I wish I could enjoy just 1 night's sleep, if you could help me. We need a clay man from Polythreme. We'll need a mirror catch box, and we'll need to go to Hunter's Keep. I'll explain when we get there. No, I'm serious. I would owe you a great deal. Mirror catch boxes are rarely sold in London, but can be found in the Connate and occasionally elsewhere. So, now I have his little personal side quest. Let's see. Submit port reports. So Hunter's Keep. I still get 5 echoes, and I get a fuel, but I don't get any. I don't get the favor because I've already done that one. Vendor Bite, same thing. Salt Lines though is new, so I get the fuel, get the favor, get the echoes. Quaker's Haven, same thing. And Demio Island. Same thing. But I haven't done his main thing, so let's see what else. Okay, let's go carousing. Lost 10 echoes. I now have some recent news, but nothing interesting happened. Oh well. Dry dock, yes. So, I can either spend 75 echoes, but they're not very good. Cotterell on Heather Sage costs 100 echoes, but it will completely repair the hull. The Admiralty Yards is 25 echoes and a favor, and they will also completely repair. I think I will do that. Yeah, or I can feed some rats and they'll do it for me. But I can't have the wretched Mog. Alright, let's just use the 25. So it's fully repaired, good to go. Shops. So I have 480. That's the engine I think I have. The elderly steeple engine. Yep. The next one's 500. The lamps. Is that what I have? Whitehorn optical. No, I don't actually have a special lamp. Nope, shops. What will it do? It gives me 1 extra mirrors and equips the bridge. Where's bridge? Yeah, so I go there. So that's the gun I have. Torpedo components, which we don't need right now. And then I have, let's see, so the next, I could buy slightly better guns, but I think I'd rather make sure I have enough money so I can get more Sphinx Stone, because we all saw how good that is for me. But I could buy some more mushroom wine to sell in Venderbite on the way up. That would probably be very good. Oh, and I can sell the parabola linen for 60. I think there are uses for parabola linen, but I don't remember what they are, and I don't know when I'll actually have a chance to use them, so let's just get rid of the parabola linen, we'll get rid of the honey, just get a little bit more money. Let's fill up with mushroom wine, because once we go up to Venderbite, that's pure profit. Cool. I think, oh yeah, the shipyard, you can upgrade your ship to other ships, but it's expensive, so that's not going to happen for a while. I think that is a good place to end this video, and we can go out to Venderbite and the Salt Lions and maybe try and find another island or two. Actually, we need to find Mount Palmerston because that guy really wants us to do so, and the longer we keep the crates, the more likely that the souls, the more likely that someone's going to try and raid my ship and take it. So probably need to get rid of that sooner rather than later. Alright, till next time folks, toodaloo. I'm playing a game!